this weekend. You have every tool and every ability to succeed and get to where you want to go. You know what your dreams are. You've been thinking about this the entire time. And you guys are capable. And I can tell you that there is no excuse big enough to keep you from getting there. Excuses are lies. They're lies that we tell ourselves when we don't fervently believe we're capable or we're deserving. When I was born without my arms and legs. And my parents, when they raised me to believe that I was 100% normal, that I didn't have the disability at all. Because the fact of the matter is that everybody in this room, everybody in the world, we've all got a disability. Everyone does. Sometimes, things we go through are emotional, psychological, spiritual in nature. Things that we can't even see on the outside that could be way more debilitating than anything that you guys can look at me and see that I face. My biggest challenge, though, is getting other people to believe as much as I do. For me, I believe that being born the way that I am gave me the biggest advantage at all. It's the greatest gift I've ever been given. I wouldn't be here talking to you guys if it hadn't been for that. I wouldn't be doing what I'm doing, getting to go and present around the world, getting to help change people's lives, if I didn't have the adversity. You wouldn't be here in this room if you weren't, unsatisfied with where your life is and where it could be. Because it doesn't matter how successful you are, there's always something more. There's always another stone to unturned. There's always something else to go and learn and do and strive for. But when these things come up in your head and you tell yourself that you can't do it, you have to know and believe that that's a lie. I really wanted to be an athlete more than anything else. And so my family, when I was 11 years old, we moved down from Fort Wayne, Indiana, down to Atlanta, Georgia, where I live now. Came down south, and I decided to go and took a flyer home from school and decided I wanted to try out to play football. Brought it home and showed my mom. My dad was out of town at the time, so I convinced her to call the coach up. The whole time she was telling me, it's all right, don't worry about it if you're the water boy on the team. And I was thinking, yeah, right, Mom, it's okay. I'm going to be the quarterback, so don't worry about that. And she called the coach up and told him my son wants to come out to play football. He's got a disability. She didn't tell him what it was. And he said, sure, just bring him out. See what he can do. I went out. I got to go in and to realize that my first dreams at 11 years old just to go in and play football. Against other able-bodied athletes. I went and played. The position that they had me play was nose tackle, down the defensive line. I just go out there and play on all fours, and my job was to take a 3-foot gap and just cause havoc inside this thing. I'm down on all fours, so when the running backs would come at me, they would, they're not looking down at the ground, they're looking past me, so, the linebackers in the secondary. So I just take my helmet and smash it into their shins and bring them down. I remember the first snap that I ever took in football. I went out and I didn't know what I was doing. It was a practice scrimmage game. And the center went to go and snap the ball. And as he did, I just figured I'd follow him. And so I'm playing nose tackle right across from him. He snaps the ball. I ended up diving underneath his legs and messed him up so bad, the quarterback fell over and I got the sack. Very first play. Came home and told my dad that night, I'm going straight to the NFL. That every naysayer in your life, every excuse that pops up in your head, it's within your control. You decide whether or not you want this to affect you. You decide whether or not this is going to be the best year you've ever had in your life.
on why the story is the way it is. Your brother-in-law told you it wouldn't work. You got rejected by your prospects. You went to the family reunion. You talked to your cousins. And you couldn't sponsor Pookie and Ray Ray. Oh my goodness. What a challenge. What a great excuse. Do me a favor. When we break, I see Kyle is still around. Go and tell him your excuse. Just let me know. I just want to be there. Okay. Now, he's not going to say anything mean to you because he's just too nice. He has too much love. But I just want to see you say, but Kyle, you don't understand. 2 of my people dropped out. I invited 6 people to the cash flow class and 5 didn't come. My sponsor quit. I sent an email to my sponsor and it takes them a day until they get back with me. It's not my fault, Kyle. I have these excuses. I have these challenges. I just want to see you tell him that. That's all. Just let me be there, sitting on the side.